Welcome to my 4-minute challenger guide featuring Khazix, the Void Reaver. Alright, so let's start off with the runes. First of all, let's take armor penetration over attack speed because Khazix scales well with armor penetration as most AD casters do with armor penetration, and attack speed is pretty useless on Khazix. You're also going to want to take armor runes for the jungle creeps and in general. And you're going to take cooldown runes for your blues because magic resist is pretty useless on junglers since they don't really fight magic casters unless they're going to gank mid or something. And if magic damage actually does become a problem, you're just going to buy a Hex Drinker. And last but not least, we take AD quints because they valid more than armor penetration for quints. Alright, so for items, for Khazix, you're going to build AD. So you're going to get the Spirit of the Ancient Lizard, and you're going to get mobility boots for more ganks, and of course we're going to get Brutalizer as it increases our damage substantially. Mid game, you're going to want to get Tiamat as it increases his burst because you can use it active while in the air. After that, get Lavis Whisperer unless you want some lifesteal, then get Ravenous Hydra, and then after that, you can get Black Cleaver. Late game, you're going to get one defensive item, say Guardian Armor, so you don't explode in team fights, and some other situational item. And in Masters, we're going to go 21 and 9 because we're going to build full AD Khazix, aka carry Khazix, so why not? For skill order, we max out Q, and then E, and then W. And we're going to evolve Q, and then E, and then R, since W is useless. Ganking with Khazix is actually fairly easy as you don't have any skill shots. So basically what you do is, once you're in range of leap, you just leap at him, and while you're in the air, use your Q in the air. Once you land, give him an auto attack and throw your W at him, and then keep auto attacking and using Q, and that's about it. Remember to use leap to close the gap between people. If you don't need to use it, you should save it until they burn a flash or an escape or something. If you know they're about to die, just use leap to just finish them off and get some extra damage in to finish them faster. Once you've attained your ultimate usage becomes fairly easy. You're basically going to use it for mostly utility, to gain movement speed, to catch up to your opponents, and to reset your passive. Don't really think about the stealth too much, as it's kind of like Bane Tumble. Just remember the movement speed and to reset your slow. Khazix actually has one of the most fastest Baron times and Dragon times, as his isolation damage increases his damage. And of course he has the Outer Lizard item, which gives 30% more damage to jungle creeps. So just remember, if you don't think you have enough damage, you do have enough damage. And for Baron Nashor, you're going to ask someone else to tank it, as Baron does reduce your damage by 50%, so try and get someone else to tank it, as you do a lot of damage to it. Alright, so let's switch to mid-game, or as I like to call it, team fighting. Team fighting with Khazix, you have to actually be really smart about going in and when to not going in. What goes through my head is, can I get a kill if I jump in? That's what I think. So this requires a lot of calculations and of course knowing your damage in your head. Because if you just jump in there and you don't get a kill, you won't get a jump reset, causing you to probably die as they will switch focus to you. Basically, since you're an assassin, you want to look out for those vulnerable targets. Lockdown, low hit point are all signs of vulnerability. The combo is you leap in, use your Q while you're in the air, and also you're going to use your Tiamat in the air, the active, and probably auto, and they should be finished. Since Khazix has a lot of damage, he's really good paired with other assassins. This is because they can take out targets quickly, so that means Khazix can be jumping around the team fight. Also, even when you're low, and you think you can kill someone that is also low, you can jump in, kill him, and then jump out. So if you're against Khazix, one thing I should tell you is don't ever fight him where you could be isolated, as his damage is really strong 1v1, as his Q does a lot of fucking damage. Even if he is low, he can surprise you with his vast amount of burst damage. Alright, so in this team fight, I see that Udyr is invulnerable, and then I see that Ryze is isolated by himself, so I'm going to just go on him. I don't see really any threats for me, so I can just jump on Urgot, as they have nothing to kill me or anything, so I just keep going and going. Eventually I get low, my cooldowns aren't up, so I just kind of back away from Rengar, and then my team just cleans up, and that's about it. That's the end of this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like, subscribe, and comment. And yes, I found an easier way to make these guides, so there will be more of these.